Bind us together in care and affection for each other and the land, that all your creatures might flourish in our places. These words are from one of the hopeful prayers in the Birth of Hope, PWRDF's Advent Meditations on Women and Climate Change, written by Dr. Sylvia Hiesnut. These words are so inspiring to me. Bind us together, care, affection, each other, flourish in our places. God's word is replete with stories of care and affection too. Ruth and Naomi, mother-in-law and daughter-in-law, caring for each other. Pharaoh's daughter, risking her own life to save the baby Moses. The Good Samaritan who bound up the wounds of the injured traveler. Those who cared for Jesus, Joseph, and Mary when they were taking refuge in Egypt. And Dorcas, always doing good and helping the poor, as is said in Acts 9, a woman of faith who offered care and affection to those around her. This church, where I am right now, St. Alban the Martyr in Acton, Ontario, is celebrating 150 years of service to God and the community. St. Albans is bound together by care and affection, love and prayers. It's been flourishing for the last century and a half with weekly worship, Christmas candlelight services, sharing of food for those in need, community fundraisers, and all God's creatures garden just outside these walls, where volunteers, young and old, have worked for 2 summers, creating a welcoming space to the birds, the bees, butterflies, and beneficial insects, giving back to God's earth. One of my most memorable moments with PWRDF this year was also a story of care and affection. It was on September 30, the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. I was in Ganawage with my wife Rebecca, and we joined a community gathering in the morning, listening to songs, prayers, painful memories of survivors of residential schools, from women who found strength and joy in being together. We visited the Ganawage Culture Center, a PWRDF partner. Indigenous women across Canada had made 215 pairs of moccasins with care and affection to honor the lives of children who were buried in unmarked graves. Rebecca and I, we learned a lot that day. We were so welcomed into that space. Advent marks a time of waiting for Jesus' birth and for Jesus to come again. For St. Albans and faith communities across Canada, Advent is also a time when care and affection for Christ and the community is lived out. I think of the community care and affection in Ganawage and here too at St. Albans when I reflect on the good news of great joy proclaimed by the angels, announcing the birth of Jesus, announcing hope for our hurting world. PWRDF's Advent Reflections this year is called The Birth of Hope. And the prayer for the first Sunday of Advent reads like this: Creator God, whose patience is earth deep and ocean wide, you do not wait to bring healing and hope in the midst of loss. Give us a vision to not only see your healing work, but also make it our own, for the sake of your creation.